Hey folks, cooking the Christmas beans here, and I actually think that I caught something happening that I've never seen. I've only seen the results of. Now, if you've ever seen a bean pot with the brown runs down the side, that comes from, you put the beans in, you put the lid on, and the juice escapes as it expands and it bubbles over and goes down the sides. Now, if you can see it right here, putting my whole phone in the oven, the liquid is right to the edge, right where it's about ready to drip over. So it's actually going to happen soon. I'm going to keep it, I'm going to close the door back up and let it go do what it does, because it's going to be doing it for quite a while. But people have asked me before, you know, why a bean pot? And part of it is because of this, not for the looks of the, you know, bean juice dripping down the side of the pot, but the fact that the shape of the lid and the well around it creates a better seal. And this is why bean pots typically, this one's kind of small, so it does, unless you keep the temperature really low. They typically don't burn to the bottom due to the thickness of the stoneware and that seal that gets created when the juices come up around the lid, and then they harden up and create like a kind of a seal to keep the moisture in. That's why you can let these go, you know, 18, 20, 24 hours and not have to add to them if they're well made. Anywho, still not seeing it drip. Temperature's dropping, phone's heating up. Just wanted to show that to you. We'll see the results later. Okay folks, so this time the flash came on, the light came on, and it gives you a good view of what I was talking about. So that that juice that had bubbled up in the well around the lid actually spilled over. And this is why you have a baking tray, and this is why you put parchment paper or foil down. I like parchment paper. I don't use much foil, but it keeps the pan a little better. You can see this pan's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old, and it's pretty gross, but it's not as gross as it would be if I actually cooked directly on it. Anyhow, this is what we were talking about with the picturesque drips down the side of the pot. And those will, you know, blacken up as the cook progresses. And you know, if I do need to add any water, I can do it just by filling that little well on the top with some water out of a kettle, and it should soak down in. It should also prevent any further evaporation of the liquid inside. I did have to take these out. I gave them a stir because it dawned on me when I was making them, I'm saying to myself, geez, I feel like I'm forgetting one of the seasonings that goes in there. And I watched my own video on how I make these beans, and damn it, I forgot the dried mustard, the Coleman's mustard. So I took the lid off with tongs, which is a nightmare with this because it's a straight-sided knob on top. I finally got it off, broke the seal, put in the requisite amount of mustard, and stirred it around, gave it a taste, tasted delicious. We're on track. And it's going to be cooking for so long, it doesn't matter that the mustard wasn't in there from the beginning. So anyway, that's pretty much it right there. We got our picturesque drips down the pot, and I'm going to close the oven back up so we can get back to cooking. You can see that even though I unsealed the lid, the stuff, you know, it expands when it heats up. So although that well was not full when I put it back, even though I didn't add any more water, that well filled back up again. So basically the way you check these bean pots is that you're not supposed to be in it every 45 minutes or an hour like I've been today, but what you do is you check to see if the well is all dried up. And if you can see a crack where the edge of the lid goes, then you know that it's probably a little dry and needs to be stirred and have some water added to it. But these are about 3 hours in, and this is where they're at, 275 degrees. Well, 9 hours, beans are done. I gotta grab a glove here to take this lid off because it's going to be super hot. Doesn't want to go. Let me see if I can wedge it off. Okay, folks, here's the beans. Nice and thick. Still individually identifiable as beans. So they're nice and soft, but the flavors are fully melded and they're all finished up. So we get the beautiful bean goop on the side of the pot. And we're ready for Christmas dinner at the Johnson's house. Be safe, be well. Merry Christmas. God bless. Smokers chugging, baby.